Hello everyone, it's Adref here and welcome to another Mastering the Laning Phase series. Today we are going to talk about Rubick, which is, I'd say, an all-time classic hero. Everyone likes Rubick. So yeah, let's do this, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. This way we are going to raise this community here in YouTube. And yeah, let's do this. In case you don't know me, I am currently 7.1 KMMR and I love Dota since the game's release, okay? So, as you guys can see, I essentially just planted a ward here because I feel like it grants me some sort of vision towards this area, and I mean, it's a decent ward. It's not so obvious compared to the one that we place in the uphill there. So yeah, I'm gonna play as Rubick, as I already mentioned to you guys. It's support 4 in this game, and I'm gonna be playing a lane with Centaur. We are gonna play against Morphling and CM, okay? So it's Morphling and Crystal Maiden against Rubick and Centaur. Okay, one thing I can talk about here, it's the starter items I made. I went for Tango, Blood Grenade, a Sentry, actually 2 Sentries, a Circlet, and then 2 Iron Branches, because this way I can have a little bit of like stats pool for more damage onto my right clicks and whatnot. And yeah, you essentially need to swap the Sentry here with the Iron Branch, so you have like more stats, so more right click damage. And yeah, so like in the first minute here, since CM kind of went late to this lane, I take my chance to like hit Morphling as much as I can, because Rubick's range is actually better than Morphling's, so you're gonna have like some chances of clicking onto Morphling's head. And basically, since he doesn't have like much stats, neither like many levels onto attribute shift, you will be able to like land some decent damage onto Morphling's head with like no difficulties whatsoever, you know? And I actually should have used the Fade Bolt maybe early on in this lane, just like to keep Morphling aware that I'm trying to like harass his head. But you know, sometimes it's good to save the Fade Bolt to like to secure a range creep as well. So yeah, and like regarding Rubick and CM, I feel like CM isn't actually a great support 5 that can actually trade hits against Rubick, you know, because Rubick is supposed to like win this trade, you know. And like I feel like CM, she really placed this sentry ward there. Sorry. On a bad spot, because I was actually controlling the area, you know. He placed the sentry just to block the first minute creep here. The first minute that this camp here actually respawns neutral creep. So yeah, I feel like he just did that to block the camp, you know. So he wastes a resource, he wastes like 50 gold to preemptively not let me have the pool access on the first minute. That's what I'm trying to say here, okay? So yeah, Centaur, I mean, he just played this one marvelously. He did the play all by himself, mostly. I used the Fade Bolt just to like secure some damage onto the creeps there, onto Morphling, and he went there and like calculated everything. He used the Hoof Stomp and then the Double Edge to finish Morphling. And I feel like if you're playing Morphling in this sort of lane, you should not be like playing with such low HP, you know? I feel like Morphling, he wasn't playing this one very greatly. So yeah, when you are playing against, with a Centaur in your lane, you should probably like stay sharp regarding the telekinesis attempts, because like you can have an easy combo, you know, telekinesis into Hoof Stomp and then Double Edge and then Fade Bow to like apply a huge amount of damage. So I feel like this is a great combo, and it's like a classic 101 for Dota 2, I'd say, for the offlaners, okay? And also like CM, I think I already mentioned this already. CM is, you know, she's fragile, so if she missteps in this lane here, you are supposed to go and secure the kill as well. since I had some time here, I was able to actually perform a pull. So yeah, that's great because we keep the lane momentum uh, like better for ourselves. I already bought a clarity in a ring of Basilius. Let me say this when we reach a pause here because I feel like this is a decent like chunk of information. Sometimes you would want to like rush a boots of speed because you want to have like better mobility towards the map to rotate maybe to mid lane to contest like a water rune, maybe contest even the gold here, the bounty rune or the 6 minutes rune. But I essentially thought to myself, yo, I have the money for Ring of Basilius and I'm actually in need of mana, so I went for the Basilius for like more mana to the lane. And I also bought a clarity because you need to keep your mana up. You need to be like able to apply damage onto the enemy heroes, and here it comes. We go for a little bit of harassing onto Morphling's head, but we weren't able to secure the kill, but it's fine. You need to like keep the HC away from the creeps. He cannot like come near the creeps and secure like less hits because it's a decent combo that we have here. Don't forget to always try to go and like execute the pull as well. So here I went for the Crystal Maiden. I used the Blood Grenade, but it was a late Blood Grenade usage. I actually pinged to Centaur and told him, yo, let's go for CM, but it was my bad. If I used the Blood Grenade earlier, I feel like we were going to be able to use the Telekinesis and go for CM, but it doesn't really matter because, Morphling once again, he is misstepping in this lane. So yeah, keep this aggression up. And another pull. Centaur is having a great time in this bottom lane here. I'm gonna get the bounty. I'm gonna try to secure my boots of speed. And as I mentioned, we go for Ember Spirit. This was a very great Sunstrike by Invoker, and I'm just gonna keep the harass up onto the middle laner as well. I like pinged to Invoker so he could go and get the water rune, and I actually use my TP for going to base because I feel like I'm very close to my boots. So this way it's like no harm's done. I'm gonna miss a TP, so I can buy a TP here. Yeah, and that's a great thing to say, like always have a TP in the laning phase because maybe you have to TP onto the top lane, maybe to middle to help the the Volker or maybe the Faceless Void. And regarding like no harm's done that I said just before, it's like when you have the boots of speed, like going from the fountain to the lane, it's like not costsome at all. Like you just like your mobility is actually great when you have the boots of speed. So like I feel like this was a very decent play. Like when you don't have boots, then maybe going to base isn't exactly like a decent play, So yeah, in the middle lane here, Volker actually how dispels the Flame Guard with Tornado. I'm here just to establish some damage onto Ember Spirit. Like I'm not really worried on trying to get the kill, especially because he gets like his level 6. So he has the Fire Remnant available, so I'm not like gonna stay here for a while. Another Sunstrike. I feel like I should have went for this power rune here with more desire. I should have been able to contest this power rune if I was like positioning myself better. But I mean, it's no worries. Centaur, he's like having a decent lane. He didn't die yet. He is full HP, making an easy camp pull there. And like at this moment of the game, CM actually went top. But now Morphling is alone, and I feel like we should like go back 10 seconds here because this is like Morphling's fault. Once again, he's playing on a lane that he kind of knows that he's playing against a Rubick. So a level 2 Fade Bolt, it's enough to kill Morphling if he stands with like this much low HP. So I mean, it's a simple kill. Just watch it. I mean, I don't have much to say about this. Like I essentially position myself in the fog there, and got the kill. And this is very bad for them because not only that, like CM abandons the lane because she feels like the lane is not good anymore to protect Morphling, and like Magnus dies, so their offline laner is dying as well in the top lane, and like Morphling is kind of killing himself because he doesn't manage his HP, you know. And this TP here that I used for getting the XP rune, I feel like it was very bad from... It was bad. Like I could have just like walked towards the XP, but I was like maybe a little bit anxious and thought to myself, hey, I'm gonna TP to get the XP. I don't want anyone to like steal this rune from me. But it was totally unnecessary because if an aggression happens here in the next 1 minute, I won't have the TP available, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna speed up the game just a little bit. And like in case you're still with me here throughout these 10 minutes of the video, let me say this, I feel like I should probably cover a hard lane that I've played also. This lane with center was actually like good, but you know, it's not always like this. Center might die here, but he won't because he's a very tanky hero. And yeah, bro, that's pretty much about it. We're gonna secure the kill on CM here. I didn't want to steal the kill from Silencer, but I mean, it's whatever. I already have like level 6. We see a 4 hero movement here in the bottom lane. Faceless Void, he wants to come here. He actually has the Chronosphere, and he is going to use the Chrono because he actually used the TP, so he doesn't go back to like maybe a farm situation without like with his hands empty, you know. So I feel like this Chrono here was actually decent from Void, and like he gets a kill onto a hero that is level 5 while he's just level 6. So I'd say this is very good for Faceless Void. Okay, so laning phase it's pretty much gone already. So let me show to you guys another lane that I've played. So I'm gonna show what a hard lane means, you know. And it's like interesting to notice that in this lane here we actually had a similar combo that I was playing with Centaur there. My Slardar, which was like my offlaner in this game, it's the same concept. Like I use telekinesis into the Slithering Crush, and then we have a solid like control plus like maybe damage opportunity, you know. So yeah, let's see how this lane goes. I'm gonna skip like just a little bit so we can see the lane happening. And yeah, if you are here with me up until this minute, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, let's go to the video. Let's go to the lane. So my first movement here is to set up a sentry, because I saw that Clockwork, he actually used a sentry based on this thing here. Like I've already had the chance to like click on clock. So when you clicked, this is a decent tip. Let me think how I can say this. If you have already clicked on an enemy hero, when he shows up in the fog, you can see that he has a sentry, right? I mean, sorry, this was like this is me clicking on myself. I'm gonna go back 10 seconds. Okay, so this is my perspective now. I'm gonna click on clock. I'm saying Morphling because of Morphling's last game, but let me see if I did this already or not. Yeah, it was good to slow down here. My thought process was like very accelerated. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, if clock passes on the fog and I already clicked on him before, we can see every item that he has, okay? So when he goes back to the fog and uses a sentry on the fog, which was the case here, he placed a sentry here on the high ground, you can actually see that he used that item, okay? So when I came to the lane, with all this information that I have, I thought that he placed the sentry here to block the hard camp, but this wasn't actually the case. So what am I going to try to do in this lane here is go here and block the easy camp like the first moment that I can. And like playing against Clock as Rubick, it's not so easy because first thing, like Clock is a strength hero, so he is tanky. He is tanky enough to like not mind Rubick's like right clicks and also the fade bolt. And like Clock, he also has like a decent like move speed. So he is like very safe to come near me and use the battery assault, okay? So yeah, this is a hard lane for Rubick, just because the support 5 there is like way better than CM regarding like matchup. So yeah, I'm gonna speed up the video because like, I mean, this lane is not easy, man. It's not easy. I had to block the easy camp, but I know that I should have like saved my TP, because like if I use my TP, I'm not able to help any other lanes if I have to, you know? And yeah, I use Fade Bolt here. I went for a sentry. I thought that he placed like a sentry here, maybe here, but you know, he placed the sentry on the fog here, a very well placed sentry. So I kind of like screwed up and used 2 sentries. This was my fault, man. But like I can't do much, you know? It's a Clockwork. It's very hard to position myself against the Clockwork. And he's actually gonna like use the aggro here to like maybe interrupt my pull. I actually landed the blood grenade onto Clockwork, but you know, like the game is just happening. We are trying to control the lane here. I'm gonna speed up the game even more. So yeah, it's like 3 minutes in, we go for the Lotus. Clockwork is onto us. I actually get the healing Lotus. We get the kill over Clock, but you know, Slardar, he decided to like trade hits against Terrorblade, and I feel like he should not be able to do it, because I mean, once he got the kill on Clockwork, he should be able to at least try to retreat, you know? Even though Terrorblade like applies lots of damage with the Metamorphosis, he should have like backed up to get this XP and maybe stay up, you know, because like, you know, he's gonna lose a ton of XP by trying to kill TB when TB was like strong enough. So yeah, I feel like this was a very strange decision by Slardar. He's very tanky, so once again, even though TB had meta up, I feel like Slardar should have like backed up and go for the farm and the XP. But no worries, I mean, Slardar was trying his best, and even though we kind of lost this lane here, we actually won the game, you know? So yeah, like trying your best is it's the most important thing here. Sorry, and yeah, so the lane keeps going, like, I think some point of the game, Grimstrow actually comes top, and we are actually losing like the 3 lanes in this game. But believe me when I say we won this game, you know, it's about trying and keep on trying. So I die again, Clockwork comes, latches onto me with battery assault, kills me. And yeah, man, I feel like the laning phase already gone, you know, like this was a very, very hard laning phase, not gonna lie to you guys. Rotation mid, they block me, I die against like the 3rd kill. Although it was a trade kill onto TA, because like Zeus got the kill with Thunder God's Wrath. And yeah, man, I mean, this laning phase was garbage. So, you know, I think I'm gonna stop the video here so the video doesn't get like too long. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you are gonna experience some lanes that are effed up, man. You are definitely gonna experience some lanes that are going to be like way harder than other lanes, but as long as you keep on trying and don't give up till the end of the match, you might win the game. And like, yeah, I know that if your teammates, they just give up, you won't be able to win. But if you don't give up as well, you're already like on a +1 state that you are trying to help. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I think that concludes the video. So if you like the tips, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. This way we can like create and raise this channel here in YouTube. And I feel like I didn't screw up too much in this video, like with my English, aside from that moment there that I was like trying to articulate what I was trying to talk about Clockwork and that like mechanic tip regarding like the hero passing on the fog and when he disappears, you know? So yeah, thank you for being here and bye bye. See you on the next one.